Yo guys, Roachy TV here and welcome back to another player review on the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing Prime Icon Bergkamp. Of course guys, as of recent, Prime Icons have been released onto FIFA 20 and Bergkamp is of course one of those Prime Icons. As you guys would most likely know if you play a lot of draft, this guy is popping up a lot in draft. I believe EA have like a specific amount of Prime Icons that you can only get in draft. Bergkamp is one of them. And yeah, that's how I ended up using him, guys. I don't have the coins to go buy him on the market. He costs just under 1 million coins on both consoles, so he is coming at a very hefty price. But if we have a look at his stats, lads, he is absolutely brilliant. So let's go, without further ado, and have a look at some of his stats, guys. He's 4-star, straight off the bat. Ideal on any cam or center forward. I used him in both positions, guys, just to let you know. So at the end of the video, I am going to give you my verdict. Do I prefer him at striker, or do I prefer him in a more cam role? So yeah, 4-star, guys. He's 6 foot tall, and he has a very well-rounded cam/striker card. The only thing to worry about, guys, is his medium work rates. You guys will see right there. I'll talk about that a little bit more when I get into the gameplay and the pros and cons. But let's talk about his in-game stats, guys. Very well-rounded, as I said. The pace is decent, specifically the shooting, though, guys. 93 finishing is absolutely amazing. 94 attacking positioning, 93 volleys. In the passing stats, guys, very well-rounded once again. 91 vision, 90 short passing. Those are absolutely amazing. 82 curve isn't the best, but you're not going to complain, are you? His dribbling stats, guys, are immaculate. Specifically, 95 composure and 95 reactions. They make the icon players feel so much more higher tier. And let me tell you, spoiler alert, in-game, you can notice that with Bergkamp. The 81 agility and 82 balance are a little bit on the lower side, but at the end of the day, they're not the be-all and end-all. They're still in the 80s, and they're still decent. The physicalities, guys, the physical, is pretty decent as well. For a player like Bergkamp, you're not going to ask for an extremely brute, strongly player, but 77 strength, 82 stamina is decent enough. You can get away with it, guys, and you can boost it with the chemistry style. So without further ado, let's get into the gameplay. Let's discuss the pros and cons with Bergkamp. Let's do it. So, Bergkamp, lads, what were my first initial thoughts on this player? Well, let me tell you, he was an absolute beast. As you would probably suspect, though, he is coming at a very hefty price, lads, of just under 1 million, as I said. But this guy has got the whole lot. He's got the whole shebang you need in a cam or striker. Let me tell you that. The first pro I will talk about this card has to be his composure and his reactions, of course. The combo of that, guys, makes him feel like, of course, when a player comes behind him, he won't necessarily panic, if that makes sense. He won't make an error. He won't stuff up a dribble. But I found the composure and reactions, more so the composure, of course, more effective when he was in front of goal. He was very clinical in front of goal. The 93 finishing and the 95 composure worked hand in hand. And let me tell you, Bergkamp, when he gets in the box, that's where he knows how to shoot, guys. He's very clinical inside the box. On either foot as well. I thought he had a 5-star weak foot, but he has a 4-star weak foot. But let me tell you, it does feel like a 5-star weak foot because his shooting stats are already that high that having a 4-star weak foot, he still feels very decent on both feet. So the 4-star weak foot is, of course, very good on this card. His next pro for me has to be his finishing. I said it before, lads. He's clinical in front of goal. One of his next pros for me, guys, is his link-up play. As you guys will know, if you use this guy as a striker, if you use this guy as a cam, his passing ability is very good. All around the bat, he is decent at passing, and he is good at making those 1-2s with his fellow teammates, running into space, and then shooting in front of goal. Especially since this guy has the whole shebang in a striker card. He is able to make those passes, run into space because his pace is still decent, and yeah, get it in front of goal, shoot with Bergkamp. It's easy as pie. So yeah, the link-up play is really good. If you use this guy as a cam as well, his passing range is absolutely amazing. Long pass is brilliant. Short pass is brilliant. He's got everything, lads, when it comes into passing. His next positive for me, guys, has to be his ball control. Really comfortable on the ball is this Bergkamp card. One of those plays, I wouldn't necessarily say you can weave in and out of plays like it's so easy because, of course, his dribbling, his agility and balance aren't the absolute highest. But in terms of how he holds on to the ball, he is very decent. He doesn't have any bad first touches or any kind of that stuff because his ball control is amazing. So I wouldn't worry too much about his dribbling, guys. Just be aware of that agility and balance. But we'll talk about that a little bit when we get into the overall summary. And his final pro for me, guys, had to be his 4-star combo. As I said before, 4-star, you can't go wrong. You would expect somebody like a 4-star on a Prime Icon Bergkamp, who is costing under 1 million coins. Like, seriously, if he didn't have 4-star, that would be a con against the card. So I guess it is something that you do expect when buying this card, is to have that 4-star combo. But let me tell you, it felt really good in game. You could skill, and you also could shoot in that weak foot. And it always is, it always is a nice thought for every FIFA player to be comfortable in those situations, to not feel like they have to hit it on one foot, and to also have that ability to be able to skill past players. My favorite 4-star skill move in this game is the La Croqueta, and let me tell you, Dennis Bergkamp is very effective in doing the La Croqueta because he also has those really good dribbling stats, and he's able to hold on the ball very well. His negative for me, guys, okay, let's talk about the negatives. But first things straight off the bat, there weren't any standout negatives on this Dennis Bergkamp card. Like, seriously, as I said before, the agility and balance you have to be a little bit aware of because it is in the low 80s. I'm not going to say that's bad at all, but when you go buy a Prime Icon, you do expect a little bit more agility and balance probably from a player like Bergkamp. And of course, his strength and aggression are a little bit low. That's his key con for me, guys. He's 74 aggression, so he's not going to feel the strongest, but then again, you're not really using Dennis Bergkamp as that kind of player. You're not expecting him to come into the games really strong, but if you do want to boost his strength, feel free to drop a Hawk chemistry style on him because then you boost that pace as well, which is really nice as well. So the Hawk chemistry style, I would recommend it for somebody like Bergkamp, but the one negative that I would be aware of, guys, is the work rates. The medium work rates as a cam, as a striker, they're not going to be helpful. Trust me, guys. I did find that Bergkamp in some instances was sitting back a little bit too much, simply because medium attacking work rates, medium defensive work rates. He's a little bit of a lazy kind of player. Somebody like Nakata, I think he has medium work rates as well. They don't really move too much. Your high medium would have been ideal, but you just need to be aware of that, guys. That occasionally Dennis Bergkamp won't really make those runs. He gets in good positions, but sometimes he's reluctant to make those runs forward. So you just have to be aware of that, guys. Put a player instruction on Dennis Bergkamp and tell him to stay forward no matter what. Nevertheless though, guys, absolutely brilliant card. I really couldn't really fault him besides those work rates. So without further ado, let's get into the overall summary with this Prime Icon 92 rated Dennis Bergkamp card, and I'll talk about whether I thought he was worth it or not right there. So into the overall summary and rating for this Prime Icon Dennis Bergkamp card. Now, would I recommend this card? Yes, but no, because he's very bloody expensive, lads. I have a value for coins on this Prime Icon Dennis Bergkamp card with a 7.5 out of 10, which for a player just under 1 million, you would have to call that quite decent. Does this guy live up to the expectations? Does he play like a Prime Icon in game? Yes, he does, lads. That's why I've given him an overall rating of a 9.4 out of 10. I've given him a decent enjoyment rating of an 8.8 out of 10. If there were just a few things that this card could have to make him that god tier, it would be for him to have high attacking work rates, and of course for him to maybe have a little bit more agility, a little bit more strength. But that's not the be all and end all, guys, because you can fix that with a chemistry style. That's why you guys will see the best chemistry styles that I have on this guy would be the Hawk, the Hunter, or the Engine. If you want to use this guy as a cam, I would suggest using the Engine chemistry style on him, boost that dribbling a little bit more, the passing, and of course the pace. If you're using this guy more in front of goal as a striker, definitely put the Hawk or Hunter chemistry style on him, lads. Now, that comes to me asking the question, is he better up front or is he better as a cam? Guys, I used him in both positions, and a little bit surprisingly, I actually preferred him as a striker, simply because, as I said, his finishing in front of goal was immaculate, and I feel like you have to utilize that, lads. If you're using this in the cam, if you're using Dennis Bergkamp in a cam position, you're going to be taking more long shots. I'm not going to say his long shots are bad, because they're most definitely not, but his finishing is way better, guys. 95 composure, 93 finishing in front of goal. This guy is not missing. So I would say striker is his favorite position for me, but cam, you can't go wrong either. You could try using this guy in a false 9 as well, but I feel like up front, in a 2-striker formation probably, this lad is where he's going to be most effective. So yeah, as I said, guys, he's scored me 3 goals in 5 games, 2 of them were rage quits. But yeah, overall, really solid card. Honestly, if you have the coins to go get him after Team of the Year, I would suggest giving him a crack, honestly. But I would, before actually going to buy him, try and use him in draft, see if you like him or not, and then decide whether you want to get him. But I'm just here to tell you guys that in the time that I did use him, he was really effective in draft, but at the same time, comes at a hefty price point. So it comes whether if you guys can afford him or if you guys can't afford him. and if he's going to fit in your team or if he's not going to fit in your team. So that's the end of the player review, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you all found it very helpful. Let me know in the comment section down below what other players do you want to see me review, and if you've given this Dennis Bergkamp Prime Icon card a crack. If so, what did you think of it, guys? Are you using him right now in your team? Let me know. And also, Team of the Year is right around the corner, guys. Best of luck with all your packs if you are spending FIFA points, because I know that I'm definitely going to be breaking the bank account for Team of the Year. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. Please make sure to like if you did enjoy the video. Subscribe if you are new around here for more FIFA 20 content and other stuff as well, and other content. I have a lot of stuff in the works for 2020, guys. New year, new me. That's not true. New year, same me. Thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.